New sub AIC blueprint. Okay, 6 times Xiranite sub PAC. First, here are the materials you will need. Pause the video if you need to. Alright, let's get started. First, we need 6 fluid pumps. We can start by placing down 2 outlet manifolds. Over here, make sure it's aligned like that. And then 1 over here on the right, aligned to this thing, this blue square. Now, we can only place 5 fluid pumps here, and we need a total of 6, 3 for each. So, first, let's place down 3 over here first. 1, 2, and 3. Make sure to go to logistics, and then take a converger, place it over here, facing to the top. Take an inlet, make sure it's facing the right direction, and then connect 2 fluid pumps here, and then this one over here. Now make sure to power with a pylon right here and right here. Now let's get the source for this one. Make sure that you connect this first before you go. Now let's move on over to the lake over there, or a river rather. Take this. And now that we are over here, place down an inlet right here. Make sure the opening is facing the water source. Connect it. And then let's continue to place down 3 fluid pumps. 1, 2, and 3. Make sure to power with a pylon. Hold on. Pylon over here. And over here. You can move this around if you want to save building structures. But for now, make sure to connect 2 of them into a converger right over here. Connect it like this. There we go. Connect it to the inlet. And then this one also goes into the inlet. There we go. Now, we have the fluid pumps ready. Let's get started with the build. First, make sure that the fluid pumps are on the left and the roof is on the right. We will start on the top here on the right. Now, first take your planting unit over here facing to the left. Make sure to follow this placement. And then the seed picking unit facing to the right over here. A refining unit placed over here facing downwards. Turn off the water mode. And then 2 shredding units over here and over here. On the left here, take another planting unit facing to the left. And then a seed picking unit over here facing downwards. Another planting unit over here facing upwards. Turn off the water mode for both planting units on the left. There we go. Now, a shredding unit over here facing to the bottom. Now let's connect them all with the belts. This refining unit goes to 2 shredding units. And there we go. Now place a pylon over here and over here. We can copy this 1 time. Paste it here on the left. Now we can place down another seed picking unit over here facing upwards. A planting unit over here facing downwards. Then a refining unit again over here facing to the right. Take a shredding unit, 2 of them, place it over here and over here. Turn off the water mode for the refining unit. You can move this pylon so it can power all of the units over here. Let's connect the belts as usual. This one goes here, and then you can make this go here. And there we go. Now let's work on the grinding units. For the grinding units, we can start by placing one over here, 2 spaces down, and make sure it's on the edge over here. Place another one with 1 space in between here. Take 2 refining units, one facing to the right over here, another facing to the left over here. Turn off the water mode for both. There we go. Now take a Forge of the Sky, place it in the middle here, and then a Protocol Stash over here facing upwards so that the intake is on the bottom. Make sure to connect the belts. This shredding unit goes here, 2 of them. This shredding unit also goes 2 over here. And then this shredding unit can go here and here. There we go. This grinding unit will go here, this one here, both in the middle over here. And then the forge will go to the stash. Now, place a pylon over here. Make sure to copy this part. There we go. And then place it over here, next to each other. And then the other one, make sure it's aligned like this. Make sure that it's also still aligned horizontally. You can check if you did it right, if this AIC can fit in the middle. There we go. If it fits, you did it correctly. If it doesn't, make sure to adjust a little bit, this one or this one. Now, we need to add a little more pylons. You can place one over here and over here. Everything should be powered. Now, let's connect the belts. This shredding unit should also connect to this one. Now, this one should be providing carbon to over here. You can press here. Make sure to connect to over here. Another one here. This shredding unit goes to this one. Then before we connect the other two, let's first configure this one. There we go. Now, for this one, we can press over here, press again, and then move it to the grinding unit. This one can go straight to the right over here to the last grinding unit. And that should be it for the top half. For the other half, we only need to copy this. Make sure to get everything. There we go. Make sure to unselect this. Copy, rotate, and then paste over here. There we go. Now, if you did it correctly, everything should be in working order. Let's now work on the pipes. Now, to get started on the pipes, make sure to go to Logistics, take a pipes splitter, place one over here, one, and then two over here. It's aligned to the intake, another intake, and then this one can go just straight here. Now, go on the top here, make sure to put one splitter facing to the top over here. And then another one over here facing to the right. Now once we're done with that, you just do the same for the other parts. This one, like the first one, you can place the intake, or rather the splitter, over here, aligned on the intake here. Make sure it's facing to the left. Another one over here, on the intake here. And then this one can just go from here. Now go on the bottom here with the splitter, rotate, make sure it's facing downwards, place one over here, and then over here, last one, make sure the splitter is facing to the left, place it there. Now let's connect the pipes. This outlet, make sure to connect it like this, and then click here, go straight up, connect all the way to the right over here, and then click. Don't forget to connect this one. There we go. Now for the parts over here, it just goes straight into this one. There we go. Don't forget the ones, the splitter. There we go. Everything should be supplied with water. Now do the same on the right. Click here, connect here, click here, connect here, do the same here. And then for the last part, do the same thing, click over here, go straight down, and then all the way to the left. Click here, and then into this planting unit. Don't forget this part. There we go. Now, all we need to do is to put in the right plants. Use any Wuling plant in any planting unit that has water supply. There we go. And then on the ones that don't have a water supply, place a sand leaf on the seed picking unit. Do the same for the bottom part. And there we go. Everything should be in working order now. Let's check if there are belts disconnected. Looks like everything is in working order. The Xiranite is producing now. Now this will be producing Xiranite at 180 per minute, using 6 Forge of the Skies. Anyways, that should be all. Goodbye. If you find that helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.